My name is Bettina Bowen, and I have a small bookkeeping firm named BTS Remote Bookkeeping Services, and started my company about 5 years ago now, and run completely remotely, just QuickBooks Online, and have about 43 clients, I think, at this point. Maybe 35 of them are revolving monthly maintenance. But I find most of my big business is cleanup projects. So I do a lot of complex cleanup projects, multi-year cleanup projects. I work with specialized CPAs that work just on people that haven't filed their taxes in several years and have really messy QuickBooks, so that I can go back and kind of untangle them or rebuild another set of books for them. I started to really grow. I joined BNI, which is where I met Nathan a few years ago. And as a result of BNI and the exposure that I got through that group, my business really started to grow, and I found that I wasn't really able to manage and juggle all the workload. So after talking to Nathan, I wasn't even I wasn't even aware that this solution was available until speaking with Nathan, and he gave me, all the information on that. And once I tried out PABS, I just loved it. I mean, my team is fantastic. I meet with them every Monday morning. Without them, I couldn't have grown at all to the level that I have now. There'd be no way that I could juggle my business at all. They really provide great support for me. So, I was having a hard time juggling everything. I was finding myself working 10 or 12-hour days and just really getting burnt out. As we know in this business, it can really easily lead to burnout. So I just needed some extra support. Keeping up with my monthly maintenance clients. And that's initially what I brought them on for, was really to help me with the maintenance clients, while I focused more on finding new cleanup job clients on the sales side of things. And then as I started to learn more about their capabilities and the skill set they had, I really expanded their roles to include more of what I do with the cleanup side of things too. So that's been really instrumental as well. So now it crosses over. Actually, at this point, I think they probably help more on the cleanup end than they do on the monthly maintenance, which has been really great. Not really, only because I grew up in Southeast Asia. I'm very familiar with how offshoring works. And so I didn't have any reservations from like a security aspect or anything like that, which I know in talking to some people, especially in the bookkeeping and accounting world, one of their first questions when I tell them I have an offshore team is, how do they secure your data? And are there all types of measures in place that make sure that your client data is secure? And yes, there are. And I've assured them of that. And I've gone through all of those with Nathan when he onboarded me. But I certainly wasn't, I didn't really necessarily have any reservations, especially after doing a little research on the company and talking to Nathan about what measures were in place, and then really meeting my team. They're just a lovely group of people, and I didn't, they really quashed any minor reservations I may have had. I feel like we've become like, friends now, and like they're part of my family, because I talk to them every Monday and we talk about our weekends, and just sort of I find out a little bit more about them, and they're just all really nice people. I've really enjoyed working with them. I did it in the beginning, have a little bit more turnover. So I was meeting a few more people and seeing some more new faces. But I found in the last couple months, I've had a very consistent team, which I really enjoy, because I'm seeing all the same faces and I'm getting all the same emails from the same familiar names. And, that's really nice. And yeah, they're just, easy to talk to, easy to communicate with. We've really determined our rhythm and how it works best with us. And I appreciate that they've adapted to sort of my communication style and the way that I like to do things. And I think that's really important too, is that not only are they really just doing the bookkeeping, but that relationship aspect is really important, because every single bookkeeper or professional in this business is going to do their books and communicate very differently. And they've really, mirrored and adapted to my way of communicating, which I appreciate. I've talked to other bookkeepers, and honestly, I feel like I'm probably one of the higher volume bookkeepers that I've met. But in talking to bookkeepers and anyone in the, CPA, tax advisor, tax professional world, I've met a lot of people that are trying to level up and really get to that next level of their business. And maybe they're still doing a sole proprietor and they're still trying to handle everything on their own. And it's scary to take that next step, because you don't want to necessarily part with a lot of your own revenue if you don't know how much it's going to help you. But I have assured people that I've talked to in the past that it really does provide a lot of support, and it helps you as the business owner to be able to go out and drum up more business, frees up that time, because you have somebody handling, the back end of things and really making things a lot smoother and easier. And it's kind of nice with the time change, because when I wake up in the morning, things have already been done, when I've been sleeping. So I wake up and work has been completed, and I can kind of just pick up where they left off. And so that's a really nice aspect of it.